The Materials District Transfer of Land Act 1959 was made by the Materials Autonomous District Council. In 1969, more power was demanded by elected Congress MLAs and MDCs, including 2 ministers, and rejected autonomous hill state, but instead received less power. Demanded more power, received less power, by empowering Assam government to prevent the autonomous district councils from making laws for conducting council elections and preparing council voters list by inserting with the approval of the governor in para 27 of the 6th schedule. Even for introducing the bill in the autonomous district council, even for introducing also the approval of the government is needed, but they thought that they got more power. In 1995, para 3 was diluted by inserting alienation of land in a new para 3A, clause O. This insertion lowered down the 6th schedule, a mini constitution, to simply a Land and Revenue Act. See how it happens. In 6th schedule is a mini constitution, but by inserting land settlement matter in it, it was brought down to the level of an act, a Land Revenue Act. That it happened because from the beginning in the Constituent Assembly itself, opposition to 6th schedule was very strong. So they took any opportunity to make it weaker all the time. Even today, 6th schedule, the mini constitution is now legal terms like transfer of land, settlement of land, etc. are to be put in the Land and Revenue Act, which is actually yet to be made under paragraph 3. Anti-6th schedule tribes elements where
we have 2 minutes to wind out.
Then it is very long. I don't know, light also something has happened. Will you give me concession because of the light? Now I will then just speak like that, I think.
Yes.
Words like settlement. Oh. Words. No, nothing.
But you are audible, sir.
Words like settlement or transfer, etc. are to be written in an act, not in constitution. If you read the whole of Constitution of India, there is no mention of settlement of land or transfer of land in the constitution, because it is a constitution. Constitution is for building a country, not for land settlement. Now we thought that this 6th schedule is an act to protect culture, this and that thing. It is not that. It is not culture matter. It includes the whole of the nation. That means it includes culture also, anything. This culture, anything need not be mentioned in the constitution. It is automatically included. Now another point. This has happened in the 2 districts of these things. I don't know where I left it. Here, the scheduled tribes people are reduced to abject poverty now. 90% of the dwelling houses of scheduled tribes are made of bamboo and mud plaster with torn walls and damp earthen floors on which the children sleep. In their kitchen, not even one fist of rice can be seen. Most of the schools in villages are closed because persons from cities are appointed as teachers who do not attend the schools where they are posted. The elected members do not appoint a local scheduled tribes persons as teachers because they are afraid of losing next election due to heavy increase of the voters of non-tribes people. This is the result of not making election rules by the Autonomous Council composed of members of the scheduled tribe. A large number of scheduled tribes people are denied of having polling station, LP schools near their villages. Many have to walk up and down through the hills in forests, the distance of 7 kilometers to 60 kilometers or 70 kilometers to cast their votes. Tribal people are not given even polling centers. Very funny. How it is happening? It is happening right there in Singnason Hills. And LP school also. During ASDC government, they established one LP school. That also brought down in 2002. Now they have got no schools also. All children without education there. Last year we went 68 children without education. If election rules are not made under paragraph 2 subparagraph 7 by Autonomous Council composed of only scheduled tribes members, all other laws to be made under the 6th schedule cannot be made for the benefit of the scheduled tribes. This has been proved in Karbi Anglong, West Karbi Anglong and Dimasao. See, they have not made the law. We have filed a case in High Court. We won High Court also. And the council are afraid to make the law because non-tribal people are now almost majority. Our population was 96% tribal people in 1951. Now in 2011, our tribal population is 56%. And now in 2021 census, it is reported we are only 47%. According to law of natural justice, it is no more a tribal area. See, this has happened. And now we are afraid. Our elected people are afraid of non-tribal people. So they are afraid to make any law also. They are afraid even to appoint tribal people. The chokidars, peons are selected in Dispur. They pass a law, direct recruitment law. Nobody opposes it. MLAs are afraid to oppose it. We wrote to the MLAs. Some of them even afraid to receive our letter. They returned it. Only one MLA, he received it and replied to us. But it could not be done. This direct recruitment is there. Now, the other part of the 6th schedule is making of law for recognizing traditional village councils of the tribes people by whatever name called. The Constitution of India by Article 243D has given freedom to the tribes, to the scheduled tribes to retain and utilize their traditional village councils by whatever name called. This means that the Autonomous Council constituted by the 6th schedule must make laws to retain and utilize for all government purposes the traditional village councils of all the scheduled tribes of different names. The Karbis have the Servan Kep, Rengmaga Nagas have Ninjang Tiruk Winyu Songsat Wen, Dimasa have Raji Naisoko, Kuki Mar tribes have Tulsung Vaisa, Sham tribe has Mukpom Chauhuban, Garo tribe has Songko Dilgapa, Khasi Jaintia has Darbar Shnong, Tiwa tribe has Shening Pisai, and Bodo tribe has Gamiari Afad. Some leaders of some tribes may say that their traditional village councils are not constituted not by election. So their traditional village councils are not equivalent to panchayats of the non-tribal people. We must not forget that elections in democracy is a new system. Even panchayats were not constituted by elections. in earlier days, panchayats have been modified and improved. It is no more a 5-member village council, panchayat, 5-member council, but now 20 members. But still we call it panchayat. Panchayat has become a nomenclature, not the numbers of the members. Likewise, if the panchayat more than 2000 years old, they modified it and improved it and used for development purposes and everything of the government, why not our traditional village council, Serwan Cap? It can be used. We call it Serwan Cap, but actually there are 12 members. We also. Because some time ago, so I don't know, about 50 or 100 years ago, this was amended. That is why, although it is called Serwan Cap, the members are 12. Now we can increase it to 16.
Sir, we are sorry, we
Yeah,
have
just ending.
so that there
Just
are some
end-
questions.
Yeah, just ending. Yeah.
Sure, the
Therefore, as
articles are
mandated,
given.
yeah. Therefore, as mandated by paragraph 2, subparagraph 7 of the 6th schedule, and as per judgment passed by the Honorable High Court on 13/7/2018 in PIL case number 9/2017, all the 10 autonomous district or territorial council must first of all make law for conduct of elections of the autonomous or territorial councils. Conduct of elections includes preparation of electoral rolls. Let us also wake up to make laws under paragraph 3, 1, E, F, G of the 6th schedule to the Constitution of India to keep traditional council by whatever name called alive. Let us keep our traditional village council alive and working to retain identity of our tribes and for progress. Thank you. Now, should I see, there are, I think when they emphasize, there are some points to be said. Whenever I say it is very long, however, I think there is no more time.
Sir, I think we'll have some discussion and we could add more. I can't tell you how interesting your points were, and it's really hard, but since we are running late, we'll have them during the discussion.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So enlightening and things that would not be easy for people like me to understand otherwise. So really, really grateful you highlighted some fundamental issues about the true autonomy of being autonomous itself. We'll have discussions, and I would appeal to the organizers, and I'm sure they would, to please give the papers if is that being done, so that we can read at our ease. Yeah? So I will now call upon Mr. Holiram Terang, who can bring his experience in government and state politics to highlight the aspirations of the Karbis, Dimasas and other hill tribes of Assam in the constitutional amendment, bill that will be that was presented and will be. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chair. In the beginning itself, I think I should say that I don't think that I fit into this kind of a discussion or whatever, because I'm not, I don't have the habit of writing down and presenting papers. I do not present papers. Maybe in the extempore I can speak something, or if you give me a kind of a rally of thousands of people, then maybe I can give a political speech, but not an academic one. Okay, so be prepared for it. But I won't give a long speech here. It will be extempore, kind of an extempore. And the second thing is that in one way, I think I have been pushed into participating into this. I've been pushed. Really, I've been pushed. Because this thing came out in the social media and other things that call for papers and all that, were there. And I said, oh, it's a good thing. And maybe I can learn something from that. Then just about a week back, maybe, or 6 days back, I was week back maybe. I was called by the main organizer that, sir, please come and you should participate. I said, I don't think I can do that. No, sir, no, you can come, you have to come. And I said, okay, since he's a very good person and a good close friend also, and I said, okay. Then one afternoon, I think I was taking rest, and he called me and said that, what should we call you, sir? Former president of ASDC and former minister? Yes, you can. Then after 2 hours there, the poster came out. Well, my picture was there and my designations were there. And then after that, I can't refuse, I can't say that I won't go to that. Because if I do that, they will not only damage my reputation or my whatever, and also damage the reputation of the organizers. And not only that, then later I was, said that, so Mr. Wang Chu will be coming. He will be the best person to accompany. I said, I don't think so. I should not. I should not be with them. No, you have to be with him, and you have to go with him. So when they came here first to the food, and I had to be with him. Then not only that, we had dinner together. Then next day, also in the early morning, we had to get up at 4:30 and go to Haflong and come back and reach here by 7:30 or 8. Then this again today. So I was talking to my friend, Professor Moses, that I'll take a little rest and maybe try to study something and bring out. He said, no, I don't think you will be needing study and all that. You can do that. But what about this preliminary? Now the first thing is that I am not interested in this kind of thing because I do not recognize 125th bill. I do not want to recognize it. I want this to be discarded. I want the 125th Constitution Amendment Bill to be discarded. I can't say about other areas, but at least for Karbiong and Dimahasau, this has to be discarded. Outright thrown out. Please don't bring this to Karbiong and Dimahasau. Because we have been all along demanding for the creation of an autonomous state under Article 244A. And if you look at the report given by the Standing Committee of the Rajya Sabha, Department-related Standing Committee on Home Affairs. So when they gave this report in 2019, nowhere did they mention about autonomous state. The demand for autonomous state. But this is some other reason, this thing, that reason, both things. Anyway, the first thing, if you look at the names of the people who are constituted as members of the Standing Committee. This is Department-related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Home Affairs. Right. It was reconstituted in September 2019. From Rajya Sabha, you have 10 members. From Lok Sabha, you have 31 members. And these are the people who are supposed to give a report on the workings of the state schedule in the tribal areas. And do you find any tribal here? I think Namgyal is a tribal. Jamyang Sering Namgyal, is he tribal? Yes, he's the lone tribal out of 31. So non-tribals will suggest to us how you should run your own place. At least some of the tribals could have been brought in. During the Constituent Assembly, we had, I think, Nicole Suroy, then Jaipal Singh, I think. Jaspal Singh? Jaipal Singh, right? Then some other people were there. And those were the most vocal people who defended the cause of the tribals in the Constituent Assembly. That's why you could get the 6 schedule, otherwise you would not have got. There were people, especially from Assam, who totally opposed the whole thing. But just because Nikolsoy was there, Jaypal was there, then we could get this 6 schedule. Now come these people, in an independent India, out of 31, only one driver was there to advise us how to run the thing. So what I say is that this 125th Amendment is a sweeping legislation, trying to have a sweeping legislation. So we cannot accept it. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, you see, when you go through the report, it says about 6 to amend Article 280. Okay, to supplement resources of the city areas. So this is a thing that we wanted to do. And Article 2442 and all that. The reasons they cited in the report. The Ministry of Home Affairs further informed the committee that some recent developments require that the existing provisions pertaining to the situation needs to be amended to suit contemporary requirements to strengthen the councils under the schedule. The reasons and basis that propose the amendments are as under. So why this 125th amendment? Because Home Ministry said that some recent developments have occurred which need the amendment of the existing provisions. What was it? They didn't say anything. What now the reasons? The Committee on Political Affairs, the Cabinet Committee, they signed agreements with the UPDS, the DSD, and all that in October in 2011 and 2012, aimed at enhancing autonomy of the existing councils. And they want a special package and all that. But nowhere did they mention about the people of Karbi Anglong and Orchard Hills demanding a separate state from the year 1969. This is 2011 and 2012. The committee, referred to this, but didn't refer to the 1969, 70, 71. And from 1986, we started the movement for autonomous state. We started the movement for autonomous state, and I used to be the president of the Autonomous State Demand Committee. But nowhere is it referred. They refer about DSD, they refer to UPDS, but nowhere is mentioned about ASDC. Is it not deliberate? So the very intention of bringing this amendment is, to not to increase power, but to decrease power.
Yes.
That's why this is outright rejected. I can't say about the Boro areas and the Chakma and other areas, I can't say about that. But at least for Kabyang and Orchard, no, please, no, don't bring this one.
Solidarity.
Then, and some other reasons they said, 73 and 74 amendments constitution do not apply to the state. So, just because something was there in 73rd and 74th amendments of the constitution, they want to bring the same thing to our place. And what were they? I think it refers to the Panchayati Raj state, 73rd and 74th amendment. So now, these people, Delhi people, are trying to equalize panchayat with district council. Yes. This is very, very dangerous. This is very, very dangerous. We don't know about panchayat and all that. We don't bother also. Let them get more powers. God bless them. No, I don't believe in God. But we don't want panchayati powers. Yeah. We have our own thing. We have our own institutions and all that. And they were saying about, not getting adequate power, adequate fund and all that. So, bring in 125, equalize it with panchayat, we'll give them more funds. Okay, instead of going through all these things, just implement Article 244A, we'll be getting almost everything. Some of the amendments will be needed to the 244A also, yes. And we are not saying that you, after giving us 244A, there should not be any autonomous councils. No, there has to be also. Because there are so many other things to consider. And in the report, I told you about the reasons. They have cited the reasons. Then now they cite this objectives of the bill. The Constitution 125 Amendment Bill 2009 inter alia seeks to achieve the following objectives. One is to amend Article 280, enabling the Finance Commission. You know about this Finance Commission, State Finance Commission. State Finance Commission will give more money to the council over there to rename the councils. You don't need to have a kind of this constitutional amendment to rename a council. Very funny. Number one. The next is to increase the number of seats. Then for reservation of women. We don't need 125 to for reservation of women. We don't need that. And to transfer additional subject and all that. I think, I don't know. If you can go through the section pertaining to the Karbiamo and the Mahasam. After we signed an accord, we call it Memorandum of Understanding, where I am one of the signatories. On 17th, say 1995, right? 1st April 1st day. That's why I think it's not implemented. Anyway, 1st April, 1st April 1995, and where I think it is the first time in the history of India, I can say, maybe, that after a peaceful mass movement, the Constitution of India had to be amended. The first. The Constitution of India had to be amended after a mass long movement. We started the movement in 1986 and the accord was signed in 1995, 9 years. And there itself, you go through the section pertaining to Karbiamo, and you find, so many subjects are given to the council for legislation. Legislative power were given. 16 subjects, which actually equals to about 25 departments. But because just when you say water, we have what departments? We have irrigation, you have flood control, then you have the PHE, no, not PWD. Under water, under one subject, there are 3 departments. So we are getting 16 subjects to legislate, which equals about 25 departments, executive departments. So we got the 16 subjects amended when power was given to the council to legislate. Then we got 30 departments, executive departments. So why is saying that more power, more departments will be given on that this report? So
we have 3 more minutes.
Yeah. This is difficult for me because I'm not used to presenting papers. Anyway, shorten it to. So these are some of the things. Now, what I would like to say is that why do we need autonomy? We need autonomy to protect our land, to protect our livelihood, to have control over our resources, for our indigeneity, for culture, way of life, and ecology. And we want to develop ourselves in our own wisdom. We may not need the wisdom of Gujarat. We may not need the wisdom of, the Jharkhand, or maybe we don't need the wisdom of Maratha and all that. We have our own wisdom. So, please allow us to develop ourselves on our own wisdom. But since we are in a country, there is a constitution, yes, we will respect that. Since there is law of the land, we will respect that. But within those perimeters, please allow us to develop ourselves. So that's it. Don't bring this 125 or 130 or whatever name that you gave. We don't need those kind of amendments. So those are the main things. So I think I'm more into policies and philosophy and all that, and less in academics. One thing I think I see so many. I think this morning also there were lots of discussions and some papers were presented. Tomorrow also maybe something more will be there. But whatever thing that we have right now, or whatever that power that we might be getting in the future also, the only thing is that we have to be very, very vigilant. If we are not vigilant, then we'll be taken there. And one thing after interaction with Mr. Wangchu for the last 2 days is that you should be, I think this morning also he said that you don't know the value of air unless till when you become breathless. Fish do not know the value of water until they are taken out, right? So we should know the value of the existing provisions, number one, and also we should not take this for granted. When we don't take things for granted, then we understand the value. But there is a lack of